remind people that, cannabis is not a crime, that cannabis is fully legal.
Perhaps nobody understands the path to legal pot in New York and New Jersey better than Osbert Orduña.
This is our military tribute sweatshirt.
The service-disabled veteran is a retired platoon sergeant.
Smell the aroma and profile of the actual cannabis that's inside of this display item.
He marched us through his Jersey City location.
Thank you.
Which began selling in November of 2023. His Middle Village, Queens dispensary opened in March of this year. Both are branded The Cannabis Place.
Well, the process is, even though the two states are literally just separated by a river, are very, very different.
In early 2022, the Garden State allowed an already robust medical marijuana market to begin selling recreationally around a year after official legalization.
New Jersey's cannabis market is growing and still has a ton of potential.
Jeff Brown, executive director of the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission, says his state literally and figuratively began rolling in the green very quickly.
We're now over 120 retail sites open across the state. Last year we did $800 million in sales.
With more than 500 dispensaries and product producers on the verge of opening. Though the New Jersey rollout plan was not without pitfalls. Orduña says most of the market is currently controlled by big multi-state operators. Think of them as corporate cannabis. They controlled many of the medical stores and still control much of the in-state product production.
These mega corporations had the first mover advantage and had that advantage for well over 12 to 14 months.
At the same time, local municipalities in New Jersey could opt out of cannabis, and those left had a lot of control, with some places concentrating pot shops in the same parts of town.
I want to smoke some weed.
New York, on the other hand, tried to do things differently, preferencing those who'd been harmed by the war on drugs. But there were bureaucratic delays and eventually lawsuits brought by those who did not get the first few licenses. It froze the process for many months.
We made a different choice. It did create a delay in getting those businesses operational. It means that we didn't have dispensaries to turn over on day one, but I think it's paid off because we do still have big operators in the space. But now we've created a playing field where they have to compete with the smaller guys.
New York Office of Cannabis Management Executive Director Chris Alexander says New York is now puff passing out licenses much more quickly.
And I want to shout out to all of our licensees.
We were at the Cannabis Board meeting in April where the state finally approved its 100th dispensary. New York is on pace to do $200 million in sales by the middle of this year, having done $160 million all of last year. Though at the same meeting, there were no shortage of entrepreneurs still pointing out approval problems.
Please help me. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Who do I call? What do I do? I owe rent today.
Even facing that criticism, Alexander remains high on New York's recreational market.
More black-owned dispensaries in the state of New York than the rest of the country combined.
And Orduña says that diversity is paying dividends in the form of better bud.
We have a wide variety of who to choose from and what products we have on the shelf. In New Jersey, we're very limited.
And next week on part 2 of our series, Legal Weed Lighting a Path, we continue to travel the tri-state and find out how New York can follow New Jersey's lead in cracking down on all those illegal smoke shops.